This story is still developing, but we have new reports saying that up to 9,000 jobs are going to be cut across the entire company, including some jobs in the Xbox gaming division. That is actually according to Variety. So we've known for a few days now that the Microsoft layoffs are coming right around the corner. There will probably be an update to this story later today, but I am recording this at 8:09 a.m. And here's what we know so far. So first thing, this impacts about 4% of the Xbox gaming division. And here's what we know about how it's going to impact gaming in the letter from Phil Spencer. Today, we are sharing decisions that will impact colleagues across our organization to position gaming for enduring success and allow us to focus on strategic growth areas. We will end our decreased work in certain areas of the business and follow Microsoft's lead in removing layers of management to increase agility and effectiveness. Out of respect for those impacted today, the specifics of today's notifications and any organizational shifts will be shared by our team leaders in the coming days. I recognize that these changes come at a time when we have more players, games, and gaming hours than ever before. Our platform, hardware, and game roadmap have never looked stronger. The success we're seeing currently is based on tough decisions we've made previously. We must make choices now for continued success in future years, and a key part of that strategy is the discipline to prioritize the strongest opportunities. We will protect what is thriving and concentrate effort on areas where the greatest potential with the greatest potential while delivering on the expectations the company has for our business. This focused approach means we can deliver exceptional games and experiences for players for generations to come. Prioritizing our opportunities is essential, but that does not lessen the significance of this moment. Simply put, we would not be where we are today without the time, energy, and creativity of those whose roles are impacted. These decisions are not a reflection of the talent, creativity, and dedication of the people involved. Our momentum is not accidental. It is the result of years of dedicated effort from our teams. HR is working directly with impacted employees to provide severance plan benefits aligned with local laws, including pay, healthcare coverage, and job placement resources to support their transition. Employees whose roles were eliminated are encouraged to explore open positions across Microsoft Gaming where their applications will be given priority review. Thank you to everyone who has shaped our culture, our products, and our community. We will move forward with deep appreciation and respect for all who have contributed to this journey. Phil. Now, like I said, we're not going to know the full scope of this until later, but we're starting to get some reports about how the studio is going to be impacted. I will probably be making a second video later today to give you an update. Here's some quotes we have out of the Variety report. Microsoft said, "We continue to implement organizational and workforce changes that are necessary to position the company and teams for success in a dynamic marketplace." Unfortunately, as Phil said in his internal memo, having the most players and the most hours played and all of those fancy statistics has not seemed to help them avoid having these layoffs. And this is going to impact Microsoft as a whole yet again. 9,000 roles is as big as the last massive layoff that they announced. I am, for one, shocked that they would have this level of layoffs yet again across the company. Variety has confirmed the total number of staff impacted is under 4% of Microsoft's global workforce, which totals approximately 228,000 employees. You know, if this continues, I do wonder, like, what is their workforce going to look like in the near future as we keep hearing about this again and again and again. And here's what the Variety article also said: "To position gaming for enduring success and allow us to focus on strategic growth areas, we will end or decrease work in certain areas of the business and follow Microsoft's lead in removing layers of management to increase agility and effectiveness," Microsoft Gaming Chief Phil Spencer said in a memo to staff Wednesday morning. Out of respect for those impacted today, the specifics of today's notifications and any organizational shifts will be shared by your team leaders in the coming days. That's actually an excerpt from his internal memo. So in addition to that, we do have one report coming in about somebody who has been impacted. We know that the Everwild team is reportedly being impacted. Xbox's Everwild reportedly canceled as layoffs hit. See a Thieves developer. We told you folks to brace yourselves today, and that's exactly what's needed. Following news earlier that fresh Microsoft's layoffs were starting to hit Xbox teams. It's being reported that Rare is now one of the studios affected, and its Everwild project has seemingly been canceled as a result. This is coming from outlet VGC, which says that people with knowledge of the project have now been informed of its cancellation. Announced way back at Microsoft X019 showcase in London, Everwild was supposed to be a shared world experience that built on the foundations laid down by 2018 Sea of Thieves. Let's actually check. Sources: Everwild has been canceled as Xbox layoffs hit Rare. This is from Andy Robinson. This is actually from this morning also. Sorry, Andy. Had I known it was sourced to you, I would have went to you directly. VGC has asked Microsoft for comment on this story and will update it when we receive a response. Including its prototype phase, Everwild has been in development for over a decade. So, I think unfortunately at some point you do have to pull the plug on a project like that. It's just unfortunate that it has to come this way with sweeping layoffs to a developer. Jason Schreier also confirms that the full scale of today's Xbox layoff is not yet clear, but you can expect more news of project cancellations and job cuts as the U.S. West Coast wakes up. Some studios are planning meetings within the next 2 hours. And in addition to that, Sherwin News also wrote that this would mark the 4th round of layoffs since January 2024. The Xbox gaming division is expected to face deep cuts. So 4 layoffs in, that's where we're standing currently. As I said, this is still a developing story. If you want to know my personal reaction to this, it is really unfortunate. Let's look up Microsoft stock. As you can see, Microsoft stock is actually positively impacted by all of this. Let me see if I can move that over a little bit. So you can see it's still at an all-time high. So it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I don't understand why this needs to happen when you're succeeding. And it's really unfortunate to see that this is taking place, right? The kids are crying, sorry. Anyway, this is a developing story. This is what we know this morning in terms of impact to the Microsoft company and the Xbox gaming division specifically. I will be making another video update on it, but this is just brutal news. It's never fun to talk about this stuff. Thanks for watching. I'll update you later today. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to know when that content goes live. It will be up shortly after the news breaks. It is 8:16, so we should know more in the coming hours. Thank you so much to the members for supporting Christopher Rennie, Phil Aroni, Spingater, and Aries EMS. I do appreciate you supporting my independent venture into news and interviews and such, as well as all the other backers. Thank you so much. You can do so by clicking the join button, and we're supporting at patreon.com/SaveStatePlus. I made some videos before this hit about how I'm excited about the future of Xbox and some of the things that they're doing, but obviously news like this is always sour. You can check out that video right there. I'll see you for the next one. Bye for now, everybody.